What's up, Ready Up Live? Greenskull here to talk about the Halo 5 beta. Josh Holmes, executive producer at 343, has just released a ton of new info regarding the beta. Over the duration of the 3-week beta, nearly 20 million games were played. That's 290 years of collective game time. Throughout that period, 343 monitored feedback on Facebook, Twitter, forums, and yes, even you guys commenting here and on the forums at readyuplive.com. Check out this awesome infographic. Blue team had the majority of the wins, which is funny because there's this long-standing idea that red team is always better. If I recall, there was some kind of glitch at some point in Halo days where red team would win by default during a tie or something. I remember something about that. I personally did way better on red team. There were 181 million total kills. I was at least most of those, for sure. I mean, my deaths, maybe. 2.5 million total gameplay hours. Sweet lordy. 565,000 ground pound kills. And what's weird to me is that there's 1.2 million Spartan charge kills. I don't think I got one. Maybe one or two. I never got those. I suck at those. I was a ground pound master. But I feel like maybe people just didn't figure it out. I know a lot of people were hesitant to even use it because they tried it once, didn't get a kill, and never touched it again. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But guys, ground pound is awesome. Once you figure it out, you gotta figure it out. 92 million total assists. I was also the assist master. I rock at the assists. Shots fired, 6.4 billion. That's a lie. That is a lot of shots fired. Shots fired. Battle rifles were carried for 207 days. And I was also carried with those battle rifles. There was one Killpocalypse medal earned by Omnipression. One Killpocalypse! That's some hacks there, is what that is. People watched 44 million hours of the Halo 5 beta on Twitch. That's crazy. That's a lot. That's equal to watching every Star Wars and Star Trek movie combined more than 1.2 million times. And thanks for tuning into my streams, guys. We had some great Halo streams. So much fun. The most minutes watched was Ninja. Shout out to Ninja, my man, my boy, 7.8 million. And the most unique viewers was Ninja with 437,000 and Walshy with 348,000. I get numbers like that for sure, yeah. People watching me, yeah. Most popular power weapon, sniper rifle. Of course, 6.6 million kills. I wish I could snipe. I'm so envious of people who can. I'd suck at it. Frag grenade kills 11 million. Definitely could be toned down. Let's tone that down a bit. And plasma grenade kills 1.1 million. I never saw sticky kills. That happened like twice in my games. People didn't even do it. 20 million total matches played. Holy crap, that's a lot. And the most medals earned by Sick. We played against him, actually quite a few times. Seemed like a pretty cool guy. 24,000 medals. With all of this feedback, 343 is already confident to talk about the changes they're going to make to the game. Let's start with Spartan abilities. This one is big news for many players. All Spartan abilities, including Sprint, will be toggleable in custom games. Here at RUL, we're all about customization. With this feature, we can all create the perfect game types, even classic Halo ones. They're also making the following changes to Spartan abilities. They're going to increase base speed, so faster base movement, so without sprinting you're going to move faster. Increase strafe acceleration, with faster, more responsive strafing, so that's going left and right, moving around. That's going to be a little quicker. Reduce top sprint speed, narrow the delta between base movement and sprint. So as well as making you run faster when you're not sprinting, you're going to run a little slower when you are sprinting. So sprinting isn't going to be as much of a difference from not sprinting. It will be a difference, but not tons. They're going to modify ground pound so it doesn't interfere with crouch jumping. Sweet Jesus, thank you. Oh my god, this killed me so many times, especially there was like a cover and I was trying to hide behind it, and I would jump and crouch to get into it, and then I would just end up floating and get headshotted. So it's probably not going to be on crouch anymore. Come on, melee. I'm telling you, I think melee still makes a lot of sense. Melee down into ground pound, something like that. And general tuning and bug fixes for all Spartan abilities, thrusters, clamber, ground pound, etc. Now let's talk weapons. The Hydra will be getting a buff. I've been calling this one for a while. It will now be more effective when you're out of zoom, so it feels like a power weapon. If you saw some of my Hydra gameplay or other people's, it just wasn't the greatest weapon. I complained a lot about it. Some people said, well, you just didn't know how to use it, but my argument is it's a power weapon. I would say that the Hydra to the rocket would be more akin to the Mauler versus the shotgun. It worked, you could get kills with it, but it wasn't the shotgun, right? That's how I felt about the Hydra. You compare it to the rocket, which is just guaranteed kills. You get a power weapon, you should be guaranteed kills. And it just was not good at that. So now, when you're not zoomed in, you'll be able to have more effective explosions with it. They're going to improve the scope on the sniper rifle so it's less clunky and faster to scope. This was one of the most complained about things in the comment section of my previous video. People were really upset about how quick the sniper zoomed. Everybody complained about it. Everyone I played with said the same thing, so there you go, that's going to be fixed. They're going to adjust the position of the scope in the DMR. Took up a lot of space, so now you're going to have a lot more visibility. The Spanker, the original Halo rocket launcher, is coming back as a legendary weapon. This was suggested by a lot of people. I think it's a great idea. Now, a legendary weapon is the Prophet's Bane. The Prophet's Bane is legendary. It's a little better than the sword, it's special, it's specific to one map. So we'll occasionally get a map that has the Spanker on it, and it's going to be rad. Reduce bonuses for automatic weapons in Smart Link and with headshots. Totally agree. One of my biggest complaints about the beta. Automatic weapons were just too powerful, especially when you're getting headshots with them, so it's good to see that being nerfed. Remove grenade detonation in mid-air based on weapon fire. I got a lot of kills, or was killed by, you throw a grenade and it gets shot right as you throw it, you explode, and you don't even know what killed you. So that's awesome, we're getting rid of that. Ability to turn on and off vibration feedback. This one was kind of obviously going to happen, but people maybe thought it was a beta, they didn't realize that that was probably going to be added anyway. And general tuning and bug fixing for all weapons. Presentation. You know those slightly cheesy fist bump, yeah bro, ending sequences? They're going to be nerfed. We're going to nerf the bro. As Josh says it, expect the final sequences to feature considerably fewer chest bumps and high fives. There's a bunch of other changes too. The post-death replay will become an opt-in feature. So after death, players will see a traditional follow cam and have the option to view a replay of their death from the killer's perspective, as long as the feature is enabled within the playlist. This is something a few of us at RUL were asking for too. I just skipped the kill cam anyway. So now, for instance, you'll die, you'll get into the normal follow cam, but if you have no idea what killed you, you could hit the X button, or whatever buttons is placed on, B, who knows, and that will go back to the kill cam and you can watch that. Brilliant. That's how it should be. If you don't want the kill cam, then don't use it. Medals. They're going to decrease the frequency and number of medals displayed in the medal field. Good. Way too many medals. I mean, personally, I'm one of the few, I feel like, who doesn't really care. It was never distracting to me. And it's just psychology, right? Like, it's just, there's a reason Call of Duty has done that, and a lot of video games have adapted that, is it works. It makes you feel good about yourself. Little rewards all the time. You feel great. But I'm fine with it. It was a little over the top. Spartan Chatter. Players will have the option to turn this on or off. As I expected, I'm sure, people don't want to hear it. Easy, flip it off, no big deal. They're going to add highlights to placed and dropped weapons to make them easier to see. I'm going to be interested to see how they do this. When I think of highlights, I think of playing on, say, Crossfire or Trench, where the ground was all glowy, and it was that cool holographic thing, and it made the weapons actually glow when they were down. They were easy to spot, super easy to spot. But in the actual game, they're a lot trickier to notice. You would just kind of run over things like, oh wait, there it is. Oh, there's the sword. I didn't even know I was standing on it. So I'm assuming it'll be some kind of little glow thing or something along those lines. And there's going to be some general tuning for the announcer and Spartan Chatter to reduce the frequency of events and focus on the information that matters to most players. So they're probably not going to tell you twice when things are popping up now. Now let's talk CSR, or competitive skill ranking. Many people, even myself, complain that you only rank up when your team wins. It didn't matter if you played the best. If you lost, your team went down in rank. 343 believes it should be like a team sport. If you lose as a team, you lose. It makes sense to a degree. Real life sports work the same way. You aren't going to the Super Bowl just because you're the best player on the team. The issue comes when a teammate quits. Your team's pretty much screwed. They'll be implementing harsher penalties for quitting. You'll gain more for winning against a skilled team, and lose less for losing against them. I can completely see the logic here. I know people are going to be up in arms still. You're seriously not wrong. And it's just it's a creative decision here, right? I completely agree with keeping it more team-based. You're only as good as your worst player. But this will, again, encourage you going in with people you know. You don't want to go into ranking solo because your team might suck. So they're going to make a bunch of improvements, though. They're going to improve skill detection during placement phase, improve skill matching, improve team balancing, prevent skill boosting, and general fixing and tuning. So you'll definitely be matched a lot more equally. Matchmaking. Here are some of the things they intend to fix about Halo 5's matchmaking system. Much faster matches, of course, better skill matching, better feedback to players in the lobby and matchmaking experiences. So again, letting you know what stage you're at, etc. Allow players to set desired data center for matchmaking. This is good, so you can set, say, one close to you and in the same country as you, etc. Improved party versus party matchmaking. We lost some guys sometimes, it's kind of wonky. Hide CSR ranks until in match to de-incentivize quitting. So we're not going to be at early stages and see everyone's a pro and then want to quit, right? It's just going to be players. And as soon as we get in, then they'll pop up saying they're pro and be like, oh crap. And they're also going to punish quitters with CSR penalties and matchmaking bans. Halo 5 is nearly a year away. There's a ton of time for improvements. Your feedback was incredibly valuable, and I personally was ecstatic to see all of you commenting with super constructive feedback. I love RUL. You guys were so awesome. It was so refreshing to see that. There's so many, when it comes to Halo, especially lately, there's so many corners of the internet. Everyone's just hostile and negative and not constructive. And I loved that. Over 700 comments in that last video. Literally everyone was so awesome and detailed and friendly and so great. You guys are awesome. Are you guys excited about any of these changes? Did you suggest them yourself? Leave it in the comments section below. Hit that like button if you enjoyed these changes, and I'll see you next video. Long live Halo. SR38 of the Halo 5 beta. Centurion body armor. It's very Halo. Halo 4, that is. It looks like the Halo 4 armor, pretty much. Soldier, very wonky looking. Not a fan, to be honest. Kind of strange.